Hello everyone, welcome back to another gaming video. It is me, Cruz, and in today's video I will be showcasing the Leopard fruit. And at the end of the video, I'll be ranking it based on trade value, how fun it is to use in my opinion, how good it is for PvP, and trade value. All of this is my opinion, so yeah. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, and let's get right into the showcase. So the first move is Finger Revolver. You stun lock them while you use the Z move unless they get pushed out of it. And in total, it does 6,000 damage, which is incredibly good for a Z move. And it also stuns based on if you're close or not, because they could get pushed out of it. When you use Leopard, you might not deal 6,000 damage with the Z move, as if you have more mastery on your fruit, then the attacks will deal more damage. So for a new player who just has the Z move, it might deal 5,200 or something like that. Still very good though. Next is Spiraling Kick. You send out a little tornado, it takes them back, stun locking them, and it does 4,000 something damage. And it has a very short cooldown, so all in all, it's a pretty good combo extending move. Next is After Image Assault. You dash into them, stun locking them, and it deals 5,000 damage. In the transformation, this is the move that I think undergoes the most amount of changes, so stay tuned for that. The next move is Body Flicker, which in my opinion is the worst move in the kit, as its cooldown is okay, but it does minuscule damage, only about 3,700, and it knocks them back quite far, making it hard to combo start with that, but I would recommend using it at the end of combos, not to try to start them, just because of the knockback. And now, the transformation. For Leopard, you can transform at any time and stay in your transformation for however long you want, as it does not have a Fury meter that you need to charge, which I actually really like. So, now, in the Leopard transformation, you do get some defense buffs, speed buffs, and overall, it's just really nice to have with those. The first thing I'm going to showcase on Leopard is the new M1s, which deal 8,124 damage in total, and the last part of the M1 breaks hockey. So if you're trying to run up to someone and do this, if they get hit by that shockwave, which by the way does 3,000 damage, it also breaks their hockey, which is just insane. So the first actual move is Finger Revolver, which gets some damage buffs. It went from 6,000 to pretty much 8,000 damage. That is a big increase. Next is Spiraling Kick. I missed somehow. Cut that out. So the next move is Spiraling Kick. It also does more damage, 5,416, which is definitely, I think 1,000 damage more than the base form, and it's bigger, it has bigger AoE. So, very good move, and its cooldowns are very short. Next is After Image Assault, which I think had the most amount of changes, as it does 6,000 damage, and it gives you a speed buff that lasts for a little bit, so if you're trying to get away from someone, you can just dash out of there, and you don't need to hit them for the speed buff to be active. And you go very fast. Also, some of the visual effects changed, and its AoE got bigger, so overall, just very good. Next is Body Flicker, which does definitely a lot more damage, 4,600, making it a lot more viable for PvP and making it overall just a much better move. So that is all for the Leopard showcase. For PvP, I would have to give this about a 7 out of 10. The reason why I give it a 7 out of 10 is because the moves deal a lot of damage and there's some good stuns in there, but the thing about it is it's kind of hard to combo with Leopard. The moves do stun, but they knock the opponent back really far, making it somewhat hard to form combos. In my opinion, there are some pretty good Leopard combos, but in my experience, I would say that when I was using Leopard, it was definitely a lot harder to combo people versus other fruits. But the 7 out of 10 comes from the fact that also in transformation, you get a speed, damage, defense buff, and the M1's break hockey, and your moves do crazy damage. So overall, this is just the perfect fruit for spamming. If you don't feel like doing combos and you just want a fruit that has high damage, fast mobility, and defense buffs, then Leopard is your fruit. Which leads me to how fun it is to use. I would also give it a 7 out of 10 on how fun it is to use, as, I mean, you're faster, stronger, you can just spam it, break people's hockey. But after a certain amount of time, in my opinion, I feel like just spamming the same things over and over again does get a bit boring without having the best combos. So, yeah. Next is trade value, which I would give it a solid 8 out of 10, as it is one of the most valuable fruits in the entire game, and you can get some crazy stuff for Leopard. And for grinding, it depends on the C, obviously. For first C, I'm gonna have to give it like maybe a 3 or 4 out of 10, because in the first C, it's gonna be much harder to get mastery and unlock like the transformation, which makes it a lot worse for grinding in the first C, so I would not recommend it. The next C, second C, I would give it a solid 7 out of 10 for grinding. I actually use this for grinding in the second C a lot. It's definitely not the best, but you can grind a lot due to the moves just dealing such high damage despite the knockback. So even with the knockback, which usually isn't good for grinding, the high damage is just enough to destroy every NPC. And I'd say it also gets the same rank in the third C for the same reasons. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to smash like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.